the entire experience of, set etiquette, what the director does, what the DP does, preparation as, for a role, even though he didn't direct it, he very easily could have, he knows why you use certain lenses, and why the camera moves a certain way, and why the light is over there instead of over there. Like, these are just things that we knew because we were there on site in that work environment for so many hours that we learned a lot, and there's so many moving parts to filmmaking. So I think he and I could probably fill up 60 minutes teaching a class about not the art necessarily of filmmaking, that could be part of the discussion, but yeah, the whole craft that goes into a day on set.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth.
Now that the strike is over, and I know your guys' hands were tied as executive producers, whether it's Walker Independence and Winchester's getting canceled, you couldn't really shop for a new home when the news broke. But now that the strike is over, do you have any plans, either in the near or far future, of trying to bring them back, finding a better network that would take care of the shows for what they deserve?
Great question. That's, again, you hit on the nose, or hit the nail on the head right there. It obviously was not our choice in either instance for them to not be welcomed back. I think, frankly, we're going to find out a lot about what our industry is going to look like in the next couple of months, because we still, SAG, the strike is over, but the vote hasn't been ratified yet, so we haven't signed on. If we do sign on, what does AI look like? What does generative body scanning look like? What does it look like?
We're actually not even here right now.
I'd love for them to come back. And I'd love for them to be a place where they could air and be seen and carry on. I don't know what the world's going to look like as far as content, if it's like in 3 years from now, it's all streaming or nothing. Or it's only the news that's live there. And I don't know. I have my concerns.
I think quickly is the shows weren't on long enough to really generate a worth
for that.
For them to take it out and continue to shop it. It's an unfortunate kind of byproduct of this industry that people move pretty fast, and when things get shelved or when they get cleared off the table, everybody's moving on. So it's hard to resurrect things that don't have such a built-in there's not something that, a want or need for that to be brought back. And unfortunately, the shows just didn't get enough time to root themselves and to find their legs. And that was just a really unfortunate thing in timing, because both shows were great, in my opinion. It was an unfortunate thing in timing, which was a hard phone call to make for both of us, I'm sure, to the cast, and which, those were not phone calls that I enjoyed at all. I really liked the one where I'm like, guess what, you got the role, as opposed to that's the end of the line. Those are hard. Those are hard pills to swallow, but unfortunately, that happens almost daily in this industry, and our industry is in such a transition period right now that there's crazy things happening all over the place. Not just the strikes, but just the way people the way they get their content now. And it used to be 3 stations. That was it. But now, it was TV, then it was cable, and everybody still had to sit in front of a TV. Now nobody really sits in front of a TV, much unless they're just streaming. Everybody's watching stuff on their tablets or their phones. And so the way that people use this stuff has changed dramatically, and the industry's trying to keep up with that. But that's also changing the industry, and so it's tough. It's tough. That's why you know, he and I were very fortunate to do what we did when we did it. Because I don't know that, you know, we survived some pretty heavy, like, rough waters too. Supernatural did, but I don't know that Supernatural would have made it through something like this.
I'll go as far as say if last year was season 1 of Supernatural, we'd have gotten next. You know, so it kind of hit at the right time. We got lucky, and we were all adopted members of Supernatural. He and I included, y'all included. So luckily, these families found each other. But we were on the bubble many, many times, and would not have survived in today's landscape. So just happy we did, and happy we're here.